Welcome back to azWHOLEistic. In this video we're going to be talking about some new studies just revealed that cannabinoids, specific cannabinoids, help to block COVID-19 and the COVID virus. So let's get started. So there have been many studies on mammalian species, rats and mice and rabbits who have similar receptors that we have. And this shows that cannabinoids help to assist with SARS-CoV-19 and its known variants. However, this does not prove you cannot contract COVID by using cannabis or supplementing CBDa, CBDa, CBGa, etc. in the study. The key to this study is that it addresses the fact that there are several things you can do to help insulate yourself from the effects of COVID-19 and the corresponding cytokine storms that may come from it. So what does the study say? This study was published in the National Library of Medicine on PubMed, showing cannabinoids block cellular entry of SARS-CoV-2 and the emerging variants. This section down below, the abstract, we will show you here in the next slide. As a complement to vaccines, small molecule therapeutic agents are needed to treat or prevent infections by severe acute respiratory syndrome coronavirus 2 or SARS-CoV-2 and its variants, which cause COVID-19. Affinity selection mass spectrometry was used for the discovery of botanical ligands to the SARS-CoV-2 spike protein. Cannabinoid acids from hemp were found to be allosteric as well as orthosteric ligands. Now let's break that down. What does that mean? Allosteric meaning denoting the alteration of an activity of a protein through the binding of an effector molecule at a specific receptor site. And orthosteric means describing the primary unmodulated binding site on a receptor. So this sounds pretty technical, but basically what it means is allowing these molecules to be an agonist or an antagonist for certain receptors. So in the micromolar affinity binding benefits for the spike protein in the human body. Now, in follow-up virus neutralization assays, cannabigerolic acid or CBGa and cannabidiolic acid CBDa, these are the precursor acids in CBG and CBD, helped prevent infection of human epithelial cells by pseudovirus expressing the SARS-CoV spike protein and prevented entry of live SARS-CoV-2 into cells. So this just basically means that these cannabinoids help to be a barrier. Importantly, cannabigerolic acid and cannabidiolic acid were equally effective against the SARS-CoV-2 alpha variant B1117 and the beta variant B1351. Orally bioavailable and with long history of safe human use, these cannabinoids isolated in hemp extracts have the potential to prevent as well as treat infection by SARS-CoV. So that's what the study says. But we would like to break it down a little bit just so people don't get too excited and think this is something that's going to literally stop COVID. So the summary of the study is it helps us understand how these viruses penetrate the cells and begin to infiltrate the human biology, searching for the weakest area in each person's body. Now, insulation of the human cells with a wide range of nutrients is also vital for suppression, right? Eating right, taking care of yourself, and reducing oxidative stress on the cells is very key. Here is the link to the PubMed article and the study. And next slide we want to talk about, this did come from Oregon State University. These researchers spent quite a bit of time looking into these compounds, and they found that they do have an affinity for blocking receptor sites that help COVID enter the body. So again, doesn't mean you can't get COVID, it just means these molecules assist. So here's what this study says in Oregon State University. Antiviral intervention and the connection of spike protein receptor binding domain to the human cell surface receptor ACE2 is a critical step. Cell entry inhibitors, like the acids from hemp, can be used to prevent SARS-CoV-2 infection and also to shorten infections by preventing virus particles from infecting human cells. So again, these are just helpful barriers, okay? Here is the link to that study, and also in the description of our video you can find all these links. Now, let's talk about the immune response. While this study shows great promise for the mitigation of COVID, it is just one method for keeping your immune system strong. Avoiding fatty fast foods, soda, energy drinks, alcohol, nicotine, caffeine, and all processed dairy, especially cheese, is also a helpful method to allow your immune system to stay strong. Obviously, vitamin C, zinc have also shown benefits. Vitamin D, especially in the winter months, is vital. And of course, meditation is also extremely beneficial as it augments oxytocin, increasing IgA, and lowers adrenal fatigue. So basically, meditation helps to stimulate the immune system. So in summary, we are all still responsible for our own body, and it is up to each of us to make the necessary adjustments to the way we live to help avoid the dangers of COVID and other viral infections. Choose your cannabinoids wisely. We've been saying this now for 5 years here at azWHOLEistic. Make sure the company you purchase from is reputable. Read the reviews. Make sure there's lots of happy customers. Make sure there are test results showing you what you're consuming. Also, can you call them on the phone? Can you call them and talk to somebody over the phone at the same company you're referring to as opposed to someone in another country or another state? Do not be fooled by hemp seed oil. Okay, hemp seed oil has 0 CBDa or CBGa. Okay, the products that we sell here at azWHOLEistic are THC free, so non-psychotropic, you cannot get high. Our broad spectrum is formulated with a multi-cannabinoid profile including CBD, CBDV, CBDa. Okay, most people start with between 500 and 1,000 milligram bottle and start about 10 to 15 milligrams a day. Okay, any questions? Feel free to share. Remember, stay safe out there, folks. We appreciate it. We are azWHOLEistic, a whole lot more than just CBD since 2017. Don't forget to do something nice for somebody you don't know. We need a lot more of that in the world right now.